Hello again and welcome back. Now today we're not going to be talking so much about guitars as we're going to be talking about effects, because we're going to be taking a look and a listen to this. It's the Echo No. 1 digital delay pedal from EletroHarmonix. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got in the box. So in here we've got the pedal itself, which we'll come back to and look at obviously in more detail. Amongst the other packaging comes with a mains power supply, an adapter. This pedal, you can't run it off of batteries. Delay pedals, the power demands tend to be a little bit higher than some other stomp boxes, and basically we just get through batteries too quick. So mains power supply only. Also in the box we've got warranty registration card, instruction book, and for some reason a sticker advertising tungsol electron tubes valves. Okay, let's put those to one side. Talk very quickly about power. This power supply is marked as 9.6 volts. Be careful because the pedal itself is marked as 9 volts for the power in. Also in the instruction book it mentions that you can only use the pedal with a mains power supply, but it refers to a 9 volt power jack. Like I say, the power supply that comes with the pedal is 9.6 volts, and I've heard a few people on online forums talking about the EletroHarmonix pedals, which tend to be standardised at 9.6 volts, and generally they find that they don't work at the best if they're only working on standard 9 volts. They need the 9.6 volt power supply to get the most out of them. So bear that in mind, whatever your power supply solution is. If you're running this off of an existing power supply that you've got, you'll need one that you can tweak to put out 9.6 volts if you want to get the most out of the pedal. Okay, so let's see what features we've got here. General construction, I don't know. It's an all metal construction, an all metal case, but the metal that they've used feels a little bit cheap. Might be getting spoiled because things like the Boss pedals that I use, TC and so on, feel very high quality metal. There's nothing wrong with this. I mean, I've had this pedal for quite a while. It's not taken any damage. I think it's probably classed the case as, say, bulletproof rather than bomb-proof, if you know what I mean. Sort of features you'd expect. It's got an input jack around here, single output jack around here, and 3 controls: blend, delay time and feedback. The blend is an interesting one in that it's most delay pedals you come across, you will have an effects level where the higher you turn that, the louder the echo signal is. This is a little bit different in that all the way over here all you get is the dry signal, so no echo at all. All the way over here, all you get is the delay signal, no dry. Which is a bit weird. Why would you want a pedal that only gives you the sound of the effect and not your original signal? I think where that feature would come under its own is if you're using this in some sort of like multi-path sort of setup where you're running your signal chain through some sort of splitter, and on one of those paths all you want is the echoed signal, is to pick up some other effects or to go to a particular channel in the mix. That was quite useful. Other controls fairly self-explanatory: the delay time, so short delay, long delay, and the feedback. No real echoes going on almost forever. It's a nice bright red LED there to let you know when the pedal's switched on, and a foot switch, which, as you can hear just off the camera mic, is pretty loud. That's the thing I like least about this pedal. It feels positive, and indeed all the controls do. The knobs, nice positive action, don't feel scratchy or anything like that. The foot switch, it's got a good positive action, but it's a really strong, really loud click. So if you're just using it in a recording setup where you've got something that's picking up the ambient sound and you press that pedal down partway through your recording, that click is going to pick up on the ambient microphone. Possibly not so bad if you're using like a directional microphone that's pointing just at your guitar amp speaker cab. but if you've got something that picks up the ambient sound from the room, you might find that that click is bleeding into your recorded signal. So that's it. Right, pedals plugged in down there, ready to go, and go through some sounds. What you're going to be hearing is the sound of, this is my Thompson custom guitar, which you'll have heard and seen plenty of times on these videos before probably. Going into a Blackstar HD5R amplifier. I'll turn the reverb off, so any echo sound that you hear is what's coming from the delay pedal. Let's get started. Okay, so let's just start off with the pedal, all the controls at 12 o'clock. So the dry signal, it's like that. Click the pedal in. So I think that's quite a wet sound, almost not psychedelic, but it's got that sort of vibe to it. As you can hear, it's quite a organic, it's like, I think it's a slightly dark, quite a dark sound compared to some delay pedals that I've come across. Let's dial in a shorter delay. We'll turn the feedback up a little bit. Get some sounds like this. So again, it's still got that slightly spacey sort of sound to it. Springy sort of sound. Personally, I find it works better with the delay time lengthened a little bit. So there you can hear the dry signal and the echo. So let's look at the blend control. Turn that right the way down, and all you're hearing is the dry signal. Turn it right the way up, or almost to full. As you can hear there, the echo signal is a lot louder than the dry signal. So as you progressively turn the control clockwise, the dry signal gets quieter and the affected signal gets louder. As I said before, I've never found the need to emphasise the echo signal so much more so than the dry. But if you're running on some sort of clever multipath sort of signal chain, that might be useful. So let's look at the delay times. So this is the delay down on minimum. So there is only a barely perceptible echo signal. Turn that right the way up full and you get, wait for it, reasonably long delay there. So plenty enough delay there for most things that you want to use. Feedback control. Go back to that sort of setting. So fairly strictly just the one echo. Turn it up halfway. You get more repeats. Turn it right the way up full. You get that almost infinite sort of delay sound. So as you can hear there's plenty of range on the delay time and plenty of control over the feedback. Well, personally, I find it works really well for sort of like slapback type of echo, where we've got a relatively short delay time. And the other sort of sound which I tend to use it for most will be backing off the echo a little bit. Reasonably long delay time. You know, that sort of sound. You just to fill out the sound a bit. So compare that sort of dry signal to the. Generally, I find the sounds, it's quite easy to get something that sounds a little bit psychedelic and spacey. Took a little bit of time to find settings which work just kind of as a straight delay, sounding good. But as with all, I think any effects pedal, you need to spend a bit of time just finding how it works best for your particular playing style. So there you go. That's the sound of the EletroHarmonix #1 Echo. I do keep calling it the Echo #1, but its proper title is the #1 Echo. Verdict on it, it's not a bad pedal. Price wise, it's only about £60 or £70, so as pedal prices go, that's pretty affordable, and for the money, not bad value in my opinion. It's let down, I think, quite badly by that really loud clicky foot switch. But sound wise, the sound coming out of the pedal is pretty good. It's got plenty long enough delay time. The blends control takes a little bit of getting used to, but dial in exactly the sound levels that you want, but it's doable. Sound, it's a nice warm, slightly dark digital emulation of an analog delay. So that's the sort of sound that you're after. Perfectly usable pedal. For some reason, I never really bonded with this. It was on my pedal board for about 18 months, possibly 2 years. And in that time, I got good enough sound out of it. For some reason, I always knew it was going to come off the board and be replaced with something else, which is what's happened now. That said, it's still a perfectly good pedal, and so for the price point, it's worth checking out if you're after just a basic no-nonsense digital delay. So, worth checking out the EletroHarmonix #1 Echo. Okay, so that's that. Thanks very much for watching. If you're not subscribed already to the PhatPhish Guitar channel on YouTube, then there should be some subscribe buttons and so on down there. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in another video next time. Bye for now.